welcome back to Iron Titans. These are not ordinary tree cutting jobs. Massive trunks, tight spaces, and dangerous falls can change everything in seconds. Like, subscribe, and watch until the end.
Oh, get out of the way!
Pay close attention to the tree trunk as it starts falling.
Oh, Lord.
Alright. Big ass bonfire.
Using fuel around a huge stack of dry old pallets like this is definitely an unsafe decision. Materials this old can ignite much faster than people expect.
Initiation sequence. 5, 4, 1, 0.
That branch may not look very large, but the force when it falls is definitely no joke. What seemed like a normal tree trimming job quickly turned into an unexpected accident. The panicked shouts from people nearby show how serious it became when part of the tree came down and pinned him underneath. This tree had an uneven canopy and weight distribution, making the falling direction extremely important from the start. It feels like the worker ended up dealing with a much tougher situation than expected. The moment the tree started leaning was also the moment the ladder became the biggest obstacle in the way. Working at height always requires a safe escape path for unexpected situations.
That worked.
The top section was handled cleanly at a great height. A key tip is to use guide ropes to control the fall and prevent the top from swinging out of control. Using human strength to pull a rope and control a tree this close to a house is extremely risky, and the final result would probably leave the homeowner seriously disappointed. The hinge cut may look small, but it plays a major role in guiding the tree safely. Without it, controlling the falling path becomes much harder. Luckily, the tree didn't choose the lift as its landing point. If it had fallen straight into the bucket lift, everything would have ended very badly. The cutting method didn't seem too bad, but the pulling force wasn't balanced with the weight of the trunk.
Oh, shit.
The sky that day looked absolutely beautiful, but the ending of this tree cutting job was the complete opposite. In a hung-up tree situation like this, there are not many safe options. What stands out is that he planned the falling direction and prepared an escape route before the tree started moving. Deep in the snowy terrain of Revelstoke, Aaron calmly works on a giant cedar tree. I like how he shows true professionalism by using full safety gear throughout the job.
Boom.
The moment the stump snapped backward shows how much force was still stored in the trunk. The scraping sound between the stump and the pavement made this pulling scene feel powerful. The Jeep Wrangler clearly had to use all its pulling power to move that large stump. Without using specialized equipment, he chose to remove the stump with his own pickup truck. After several strong pulls, the stump finally started to move.
He seems to be underestimating that tree stump.
The stump was so massive that even the Jeep Honcho J10 had to struggle hard to pull it out of the ground. This was definitely not a light job. Dave is turning the apple stump pull into a fun little tractor challenge. After more than 40 years, getting behind the wheel again must feel special. The log truck struggles up the rough red dirt road while the tractor ahead pulls it forward meter by meter. But the load is too heavy, the wheels lose traction, and the truck slides back down the slope before rolling over dangerously. The large ash tree is being given a directional notch to control the fall. With its size and position next to the house, every move must be handled with care. The steep terrain and dense forests in Blue River make it hard for regular machinery to access the area. That is why helicopters are used to help transport large timber sections from higher ground. The steep terrain made the tree's falling path harder to predict than usual. After the initial fall, the trunk bounced and crashed into several more trees along the hillside. A close-up of the stump grinder shows its extremely powerful spinning force tearing through the hard wood. After only a few passes, the entire stump started breaking apart. The reversed version of the boom-mounted mulcher works with the powerful Timber Pro machine to deliver serious cutting force. This design helps the machine reach difficult parts of the tree while maintaining strong stability. Those long logs turn the truck into a real challenge on forest roads. The driver says skill is what keeps this massive timber load moving safely. Even as an older logging machine, the Tree Farmer C5 still delivers impressive pulling power while hauling multiple heavy logs at once. The 6-cylinder Majorus engine clearly remains very durable. The does take excessive pulling force, the most important part is making the cut correctly. When both work together properly, the tree's falling direction becomes far more controlled. He used steel cable and a tractor to pull the tree deeper into the forest for a safer fall. But the trunk was already badly damaged, and it eventually split in half, with one section falling toward them. The tree stands extremely close to the structure, yet the preparation for its falling direction looks minimal. The muddy road kept the logging truck sliding forward even under braking. But the driver's perfectly timed steering correction helped the truck and timber load clear the sharp corner impressively.
個收立嚟乜嘢曳？快嘛，技術非常棒。
The bulldozer and multiple Volvo trucks behind it created massive pulling force, yet the muddy road still slowed the logging truck down heavily. This was clearly a tough recovery effort. No outside help was needed here because this logging machine seems completely built for deep, muddy terrain like this. Its massive tires kept gripping and pulling the entire machine forward on their own. The mud is so soft that the tires keep spinning instead of finding traction. The more throttle applied, the more the machine digs itself deeper into the ground. The last load of the day is always the toughest, especially on muddy forest roads like this. But the whole crew is still fighting for every foot to get the timber out. The heavy log behind keeps slowing the machine down with every muddy foot of the climb. To get through this section, the operator has to keep the pull steady and prevent the tires from losing traction. Watching this logging machine pull a long train of timber through the forest, it is easy to see why someone called it a beautiful train. This muddy ground looks capable of swallowing both Tigercat machines if the operators are not careful. One inaccurate move is enough to leave the entire setup buried deep in the forest floor. A modified steel 440 slices through the mature pine with impressive speed. Each tree is carefully selected to recover valuable timber while reducing flammable fuel in southern Oregon forests.